Hey everybody, it's Bust, and we're continuing our playthrough of the Path of Champions. In this video, we're playing Bard. We're taking on the Saltwater Scourge, that is the Gangplank adventure. And so, real quick, just with our Bard, if you've been watching through the series, this will be the same as in the previous video. We got Bard up to 1 star, so he's delivering the stats to, or the keywords to our allies that have the bonuses attached to them. We're up to champion level 15, which gets us the cheap Starlit Stag. And then for the relics, we're playing the Stalker's Blade, so he strikes when he comes into play. And then the Z-Draft prototype for the 2 additional rerolls. I like to really be aggressive with the rerolls and shoot for the cheaper costed units, the smaller units, the 1-drops and the 2-drops. I think that's what you're really looking for with Bard. And so, on to battle we go. See how it hits. I'm sure it's going to hit hard and fast. Lots of 1-drops coming at you. All right, check out the powers. The round start stun isn't that bad, but I'm not the hugest fan of it. Rush them down is the kind of ability I like a bit with Bard. I either like to cheat with mana, or I like these things that help him level up more quickly. And so as we summon allies, giving them the +1/+1, helps to level up our Bard a little bit faster. And so I think that will be a reasonable enough start here. We'll save our mountain of rerolls for the earlier portions of the adventure. Try to find a good champion setting or find some good early itemed up units here at the start. But with the Jagged Taskmaster, not too scary. When he attacks, his units get +1 attack, and then what's this Blood and Sweat? If the player has the attack token, deal 1 to their Nexus. Gotcha. Getting those plunders everywhere, Gangplank. Okay, and so the way that we like to approach all of these games with Bard is I will mulligan as hard as I can for Bird the Bellringer and for Stone Stackers. I don't really like starting with Bandle Commando or Esmuth. They both don't really have enough stats to be that interesting in the early game, and so I prefer our Stone Stacker type units to come in here and control the board a little bit. Again, we're starting to get to the space to where our opponent's units are strong, and so having these units to where, like playing an Esmuth on turn 2 is oftentimes just not enough interactivity. A lot of times you just have to throw him away so that your opponent doesn't hit you for too much damage too fast. But reasonable enough start here. Hit the old impact with our babbling balladeers. He's ready for battle. He's striking hard here. Finally starting to hit some chimes. Bard's just wondering when it was going to happen. he said I'm getting more boosts off of our hero power than we are from the chimes. All right, well, that's certainly an aggressive stance from our opponent. And then we managed to hit impact as our random ability on all 3 cards. Pretty crazy. Well, I guess the Stone Stackers already had it, but this should be enough for us to run in and get an open kill on the board here. Got him. See ya, Jagged Taskmaster. Cool. What you got for us? This stuff is way too expensive. We're looking for 1-drops and 2-drops. Forge Chief is perfectly fine. Actually pretty good coming in with the quick attack. Reasonable guy to be starting with. Reasonable gal. I don't remember your gender. Sorry. And here, great start with Poppy. This is looking to be a pretty quick and strong run. Getting a 1-drop and a 2-drop along with a really high-powered champion. I'm all on board. So, what is this? Salvage? I'm still trying to collect all of the what are those called? They're not adventures. All the events. And so I don't have that one in the listing. We'll go there just to figure out for everyone else what we're getting into battle with. And then here, this champion, all units, that includes ours, have Plunder, grant me +1/+1, and then of course the Blood and Sweat ability deals the damage to us if it's our attack token. Got it. I'll see what you're about, boss. Right, nice little start here. Hopefully he doesn't come out with too many plunders. Forge Chief getting the boost. All right, picks up Augment. Nice, we get a little bit of extra value out of the tiny spear. Forge Chief's going to be doing some work this run, I can already tell. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and drop the Yordle Squire. I want to be able to trade with the Sandhopper. We get the bonus to our attack since we have the power that lets us get it, but a little unfortunate to have to lose a unit here. Okay, I guess. Where's all of our bonuses at? The chimes just don't want to be drawn this game. Bard just says, what up? Sure. We'll just go ahead and attack and then try and get a takedown on whatever unit he follows up with. We're going to be short on getting a damage kill this turn either way. Oh, I thought Bard was going to level up. Dang. Oh well. We're still not in too much danger of losing here or even taking damage. I guess we're taking damage. I gotta call that one back real quick, but it should definitely be over on our attack. Stack him. Here we go. And say sometimes I thought he was coming in with the Abyssal Guard. I was like, sometimes he'll make some really weird attacks here, but I think we're looking good. You should technically be lethal, but let's just go ahead and make sure things are going to be done here. We'll shut down both units. He should only be able to play one, and then we'll come in for the finish. The hell's this thing? An ally captures an enemy. Oh, the old Bilgewater detain, if you will. Got him. We were starting to run like a little low on cards there at the end. It's like when you're doing a straight playthrough, it's kind of tough to transition between, hey, those rounds were all super easy, into the ones that are slightly more challenging. But I think we're still looking pretty good and pretty strong here. This is a interesting Bandle City Mayor. Does help us really keep going with all of the cheap plays. Don't be confused by this summon ephemeral copy. You're not going to get an additional unit off the Bandle City Mayor. So with this, I'm going to go with Paparo. We've already got a handful of Yordles, and him adding one to our hand is just that like exact value package that we're looking for. Very happy to have that one added to our deck. Then Salvage. Take as many cards as you want. Each costs you 1 health. Okay, it's not so bad. I'm not a huge fan of Bottled Constellation unless it does something else. It is a pretty good way to cheat on mana, but I don't feel like we really need that at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and leave all of these. Like I could see an argument for Ever Onward, but I feel like our top end with Poppy is just good enough at this point. And I guess the argument for Ever Onward is that we do have Forge Chief to kind of boost up our mana. But I'm just going to leave these. I think I still want to focus on the early parts of our deck. Maybe we spend a reroll, see if anything interesting turns up that way. Dust Up Diplomacy is pretty strong. I had to stop and see if you all are even able to see it. Manifesting cards, just a huge, huge value engine here. I think I'm going to pick up... How many copies? Oh, we only get 1 copy? Then we get more options? Okay, well, I don't want these. That's like half tempted to spend another reroll. It feels like it might have been a mistake, but Siphoning Strike's pretty big here, and I'm not going to roll anymore, so we can just go ahead and stop and call it a day there. That didn't feel too bad. Picking up the Dust Up Diplomacy and a -3 cost Siphoning Strike. Nice little bit of interactivity that we picked up without a gigantic cost attached to it. And no 1-cost units. Sad day. All right, well, let's go ahead and wipe his board clean. Don't need to just be taking all this damage for nothing. Paro also, he's not going to be like good at leveling up our bard, but he's not going to be the worst, right? We do have a handful of Yordles in here, and so all of those do count towards getting our bard to flip. More Yordles. Yordles everywhere.
This is a real spin to win.
Alright, not a like ridiculously good combat. How far away is our bard? He's up to 8. This will get him up to like 9. Yeah. I was curious if he was just going to trade with the slot bot. That wouldn't feel spectacular. The just damage prevent with the powder monkey's not that big of a deal. I feel much better now. All right, we've got a pretty overwhelming board now. Feel much better. No chimes, though. The chimes are not in the mood to roll through today. This guy's got a boost. He picks up Overwhelm. Oh. Sure. Alright, let's get this stuff cleared out. Getting close to getting Bard to flip. He's up to 17 now. Oh, we were one short. Could we not have ended at that turn? I just assumed in my head that we were out of range. That's okay. You probably wanted to watch this Bard animation. I'm glad I could deliver it to you. But we could have gotten through, right? We just shouldn't have killed his powder keg last turn. That would have been a way to end it a little bit faster. GG. Glad you could come and hang out. Oh, we got another encounter. Are we gonna have to look at it to see if it's a fresh one? We got to start with these cards first. I guess the Mystic Vortex is okay. I'm not really amped about any of these, but I want to save that reroll for something that's truly abysmal. And then the Slaughter Docks. I don't feel like I remember what that one is. Buy cards to add to your deck or hire crew. Catch of the day. Shelly's kind of interesting. We don't have a ton of spells. I'm also pretty interested in Blood in the Water, just as a way to pick up a rally. As far as the crew goes, these are all pretty weak. I think I'd go for Blood in the Water. Pick up 2 copies of it. Any good cuts in here? Minimorph is like it's something that you like kind of appreciate when we get to Gangplank, but I don't think we're gonna need it. I feel like we're powerful enough as it is. It's like Gangplank, if you're not super careful, will just blow you out when he's flipped, or if there's a Dreadway on the board. And so it's a little scary to get rid of one of our ways to deal with it, but I think we can kind of manage how we deal damage and then be okay. Fury, not exactly the keyword du jour for year one toughness units. Anything get boosted this turn? Oh, it was Poppy. I was like, I thought we played Bird. Okay. Okay. The chimes just do not wish to hit today. Little unfortunate. We just missed our attack last turn? I thought I'm losing it. I'm losing it, everybody. We'll be okay, but a little sloppy. Now we're gonna like turbocharge this Bard though with all the poppy boosts coming in. You big enough? One short. Okay. Leave Paparo at home. He still gets the boost with Poppy. She doesn't boost attacking units. She boosts all of your units. And so if you have something on the bench that's just a little bit too small, you can just leave them there. It's okay. They'll get some bonus health along the way. I don't want Poppy to have like a ability attached to her though. It's gonna be unfortunate if she dies to like a Scorched Earth. I don't think, like, Bard, he will be 5 power at some point. I'm not sure if the way that these sequence, if his 5 power strike is going to actually take our opponent's unit down. I don't know how the bonus when he comes into play works. Yeah, we're 1 damage short on killing the veteran. It's okay, but not ideal. The Scout and Bard, though, he's really doing the work, making sure that we get all the chimes in our deck now. Rip Poppy. But we do pick up a mana here, so we can still play. We have 8 mana. We can play 3 mana of units, and then we can go for the blood in the water. We should be lethal here. Gonna send it face. Get out of here, Swain. Tired of your shit, bruh. All right. GG. Move along. Move along. So what do we got? I do like to add in the more copies of Bard. That'll add in more chimes. You get the chimes for every Bard in your deck at the start. And so having more in the start gives us more chimes. Exponential growth or something like that should be the way it works. No complaints from here. And what do we got? An additional battlefield training would work, but lie in wait is perfect here. We have, a lot of really cheap plays. That's what we've been shooting for. I'm pretty sure the lurk works with leveling up Bard. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure this will work. We could just take like the known entity and rush them down, but even if it doesn't work, the lie in wait's still going to be pretty powerful. Item chest or spell chest. Let's go up to the item ones. I don't think Trifarian Glory Seeker is too scary. When a foe's unit strikes for 5, granted +2/+1. This will be okay. Now, if you don't have like a very leveled up deck, if you're starting with like 0-star Bard and a very low level Bard, this is the kind of round that can start to be scary. This opponent is capable of coming out and just dropping a bunch of 5 power units on the first couple turns of the game. And they will blow you up if your deck isn't prepared for it. And so we've been kind of, like cruising through these things. Everybody's been saying, bust, look how easy this game is. But this is the kind of space to where if your deck isn't prepared for it, you can definitely fail. All right. Bard just got +5 boosts on that lurk. And so the lie in wait definitely does work with Bard. Pretty cool. Now, this will also start to work with our Bard ability, right? Now the Forge Chief is boosted, and so it's going to get an additional keyword when it comes down, so it just picked up Fearsome. Pretty powerful stuff we got going on here. I'm just going to go ahead and drop Bard. Getting the strike would be sweet, but I'm ready to just start swinging for the fences. Looking pretty strong. It's a pretty quick level up. Turn 4 level up, that's not bad. No, cupcake.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Let's start with the Yordle Squire. He does have a hook with the Glory Seeker here, but oh, he's bringing heat in more way than one. All right, he gets the good hook onto the Balladeers. Oh no, he doesn't. Yeah, he does. Okay. We've got lethal on board though. We're good to go with this one. He could have a bloody business. That would be, I guess, enough excuse, but that's only going to stop one of our units. He needs to stop two of them here. Get wrecked. Cool. See if we get an awesome spell. What do you got? War Chef's kind of interesting. These other cards, like, do we really want to add a bunch of Siphoning Strikes into our deck? Probably not. The War Chefs I'm not amped about, but again, I don't really want to re-roll here. Okay. Item chest, Blood in the Water starts to summon Mighty Poros. That's not that bad. Okay, we could just leave the treasure, but I think I'm okay with it. Into the shop. Radiant Strike is okay, otherwise not enough like really good cheap units. Reunited is pretty powerful though. Allies have +1 attack. Don't mind if I do. Then what do we have up here? A shop and a champion. We'll go the path of the champion item chest to get ourselves another bard. I'm pretty sure this adds another bard to our deck. What do we do here? Deal 1 to round start, deal 1 to all units, then grant the foes allies 0 health. Or one health, 0 attack. Okay. All right, now we have a 1-drop here. It's not very good, but I am going to hang on to the Yordle Squire just to ensure that we get to come out here and play on curve. Maybe we can start getting those turn 1 lurks and really powering up our bards. Sure can. Oh man, we even have the lie in wait with the blood in the water. The blood in the water giving us another lurk source. We are on it today.
Oh, I can't wait.
LOL. Look how huge these units are. What's Bard at? Bard's up to 9 so far? My dude, you're gonna level up so fast. Born one way to pick a pine cone.
Hello, dear. What have you got of
A quick attack bro picks up quick attack. Oh, we're too small for the stone stackers? Did I mess that up? I should have put the +1 attack on the stone stackers. F. We might hit a lurk though. Let's roll the dice, am I right? Like a pro. Like a pro. Learn from the master. All right. Are both of our units going to die at the start of next round?
Remember what I told you?
Swing low, send 'em sky high. I'll make
Not amped about that. That's a life steal on the stone stackers, not a regenerate. I think they're going to die. It's okay. You fought valiantly. Get the unit on board that's too big to get boosted by Poppy. Follow up with something else. Ready, set, slam. Should be able to get a kill next turn. Attacking with the blood in the water. It might be a little short, but I think I was going to say, I think our Alcat is boosted. It's currently got 6 attack. So if he just plays like one big unit, we'll be able to pretty easily win here. He's got 2. Maybe he'll do something weird. Well, he can't block with the Reckless Trifarian. There we go. And we get another thing? Alright, easy. Planned it that way. I knew we would win if we did it. A lot going on there. It's a lot to keep track of all these abilities and everything, and so... Hope you're following along a little bit better than I'm managing it in my brain. Alright, what do we got here? Loping Telescope is good, but I think I want to go with the Last Breath Rally. We don't have any great ways to get this up and running, but we can certainly maybe manipulate the AI a little bit to get it to go. And yeah, we get an additional copy of Bard this way. We'll do with the game start, draw me if I'm not in your opening hand. Perfect. Already at full health. Let's see if we get a good cut a card. I'm going to hang on to the Cosmic Binding. Let's reroll again. All of these are good, so let's leave. Do battle with old Gangplank. Now, if you're familiar with the older Path of Champions, as soon as Gangplank hit 15, he used to put the Dreadway on board. That's not the way that he works anymore. He now, the first time the foe starts the round with less than 15 health, they create the Dreadway in hand. And so they actually have to play it and stuff. It's definitely much less scary than it used to be. You used to have to like really like min-max your damage to make sure you kept him at that above 15 rate. Now you can just be like, it's turn 4, you can't even play it. So it can be a little bit easier. Okay, we hit Overwhelm with Bird, so I'm gonna hang on to this and just chunk in a bunch of damage this round. I'm gonna add in the Esmuth, and then look to just hook his powder kegs with our Bird the Bellringer. Lots of boosts. Bard's ready to flip. He's at 17. Pretty close. Only one short. Ugh. Fine. There he goes. The +1/+1 from coming into play was enough to boost him. You're bringing it, huh? Dang. I like your aggression. I don't know how well founded it is, but I do like it. You might be able to get a kill on his turn with the blood in the water. You dropping emotes? These balladeers are so huge. Okay. Let's take that route. I want to see if we can't hit an Overwhelm with one of these as well. That would be pretty nice. Did not. So here I'll hook the Powder Keg in with the Esmuth, just to make sure our highest powered units are the ones coming in for damage. He's getting blasted. He'll get a Gangplank in his hand next turn, but nobody really cares. This is this is a pretty big face smashing that's coming at Gangplank here. Uh-oh, he's got the Dreadway in hand. Can't play it until next turn. Good day, Mr. Plank. Good day. All right, Neg 23 coming at him. GG. Not bad, not bad. So, it's getting like a little bit more challenging. I felt like we rolled through that one pretty easy, but we're starting to like run into games that are lasting longer, which, you know, when you carry the strategy that we've been using through the previous few videos to where you just draft these like ultra cheap decks, they don't function as completely well as you would want them to. And you have to kind of start watching yourself more, as we kind of mentioned on the Trifarian battle. If you don't have these starts that can at least do something in the early game, then you're going to kind of fall apart. I know those two concepts are kind of like counterintuitive. I don't think that's right. Conflicting is more appropriate word, as to where you don't want too many small early plays because you run out of stuff to do, but then you don't want, if you don't have enough early small plays, you'll lose to your opponent's early plays. And so just note that it takes like a little bit more balance on these future quests beyond just take all the one drops. And so I think that we kind of touched on that a little bit here. We hit the Paparo. That's a cheap play, but also generates some value. The cards like our Blood in the Waters had the things that generate the Poros. We had like a few extra kind of value generators coming out of here beyond just having all of the cheap cards in hand and in play. And so, that being that is going to do it for us today. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. You're having yourselves a good one out there.